Hey, what's going on? It's Inventor here with my final stream of Diablo 4 Season 7. Now, I don't actually expect anyone to really be watching this at all, but to fill you in on what I'm doing here, I really wanted to play more this season. I feel like this was probably the season that, in terms of gameplay, I enjoyed it the most, but unfortunately, I just did not have enough time. There were too many things that I had to do, um, too many things tied to like real life responsibilities and all that. So unfortunately, I didn't really get to play nearly as much as I would have wanted to. I did manage to get a level 1 to 60 and then Torment 1 to 4 on every single class in the game, so that was a big W for me. But in terms of, give me a second here. Okay, there. Making sure everything works. This is also a test run for tomorrow's stream because I'll be continuing on with Diablo 4 content starting tomorrow with the release of Diablo 4 Season 8. So yeah, basically I want long story short, I wanted to play more, but because I was actually having a lot of fun with this season. I wasn't really bored of it. There was like still so much to do. I just wasn't able to play because I had other things that I needed to deal with. But having said that, this is a chance for me to invest the remaining points that I had. So I'll do that at least. Yeah, I will at least do that, if nothing else. So yeah, one of the, I think it would be these ones right now. Here it is, life. Okay, there we go. So that's for life. And then I think there was some for damage reduction. No, wait. Damage reduction nodes, I think, are here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if I do get 2 more levels somehow, then I'll toss them into here. This one already got what I needed to. I had this guy pretty nicely built up. I even had the glyphs up to like level 70 plus. I was playing like off stream for a while, trying to grind out some mythics. And yeah, let me actually get into the good stuff because I do want to wrap things up here. So season journey. Season ends in 9 hours. Go to season journey. Yes, I will claim the rewards. Claim, 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 claim. And then I needed to finish one of these. And then I need to finish these ones. So, yeah. I'm probably going to attempt to do Loot Master in a little bit. Open 10 tortured gifts. I can do that. Same with this one. Defeat 250 monsters before the Hellborn's arrival. So those two I can do side by side, or at least that's my plan. And then I'll probably follow it up with this. And then that should finish me off for the season journey. That shouldn't take too long. Now, the one that I'm actually really concerned about is here, where it says I need to upgrade my witchcraft powers. I just need to choose one of these, or craft 10 occult gems. I never even got around to playing around with the occult gems and maxing out my wolves. It's so unfortunate that I just did not have as much time as I would have wanted to, but I mean, it, I guess happens. Even like, if I remember correctly, I think, yeah, I even freed up like a stash tab. Like, look at this. Yeah, like I made like a whole empty stash tab, and then I saved all the rewards too. There was like March of the Goblins event, I think, like mid-May or mid-March, that I never got around to playing around with. Okay, I'm just gonna open them all. I don't have time to sift through each of them one by one. And I haven't even made it to, like the big ones yet either. Mystery Greater Archetype Cache. Okay, so we'll see how many of these I can actually manage. Oh, werewolf caches. Nice. A lot of clicking that needs to be done. At least I can get the Infernal Horde compasses now. Now I know that for future seasons, if ever I need to mess around with those Infernal Horde compass, whatever, um, I need to do the quest, I think, once each season. Yeah, wonderful. This loot pinata. Okay, yeah, I'm not even gonna look at these. Anything that is not marked with the GA, I'm just gonna... I think I should just sell it, actually. I think I need gold more. Flesh render, okay, yeah. I might as well just sell it all. This is how I have 1.6 billion. This is just from selling all the random stuff that I've been picking up. Any other chests that I should be aware of? Because, wow. Never expect to see this much garbage. I love how that after all these seasons that have passed, they still refuse to have like a... like get rid of all ancestrals or move like a set number of items. Like there's got to be like a quicker way to quickly mark everything as for salvage, because that's the only way that you can quick sell everything too. You can like quick salvage everything, but you can't quick sell everything. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, I'll just... I'm not even looking at any of the stats anymore. I'm just, okay, and then the remaining ones... well, that was, troublesome. So yeah, that's all the rewards that I have. Or at least from my season journey. I'll open the other ones after, but there's other things that I meant to show. So, I did a whole bunch of, I did a whole bunch of boss rotations with other people, off stream, and, I wanted to show my collection here. What a great collection it was. So I found a Varian Doombringer of... actually, I should like put them together. I think I ordered them by when I got them. But if we actually look at the mythics that I have, I found this Harlequin crest. That was good. That was like my one good mythic unique. But then I have this. So and Ring of Starless Sky. It's like, okay, those are fine. But I got one Endariel's Visage. I got one Tyrael's. I got one Melted Heart of Selig and one Doombringer here. This makes three Melted Hearts of Selig. This makes 3 Doombringers. This makes 2 Avarians, and this makes 1 Harlequin crest that I don't really need. 1 Andy's Visage, 1 Tyrael's, and, well, yeah, I mean, I've had a very good roster of mythics, is kind of what I'm trying to get at here. Very, very good luck. Very good luck indeed. Well, it is what it is. So, oh, yeah, I can now take a moment to, like, I was saving this for the next time that I streamed, but that time never came. So, might as well just finish what I started. Can't use this? Okay, well, I guess I gotta... Oh! I didn't mean to click that one first. I meant to save that one for last, but you know what? Resplendent Spark, sure. Yeah, again, I was gonna open them one by one. I was gonna take my time, but I don't have time anymore. Like, I just need to get this done and over with. It's like really late, already, as it is. I'm just waiting for, like, tomorrow's, well, yeah, I mean, tomorrow is gonna be the, new season, so I need to get some sleep for that, too, right? Well, let's just finish this up. Also, yeah, this Helltide is ending soon, so this is going to be perfect timing for what I was intending to do. Ooh, that is a nice amulet. Well, I mean, it's okay, I guess. Don't get enough amulets that have, like, willpower and, like, plus ranks to, like, Call of the Wild or There was another one. I think it was in Venom. Yeah, one of those would have been ideal, but no luck there.
Return soon.
Okay, well, there's still more stuff. Like, why? Yeah, this is... I feel like they just take all, like... In some ways, they're taking all the wrong lessons from these seasons. Like, I do feel like, the season... it was nice that people got to build whatever they wanted, but, rather than add, like, loot filter or something, they just chose to cut back on how much loot shows up, which... Uh,
Come, traveler. The stars have
they
set.
did at least rebalance. Like, there's like a lot of stuff next season that was supposed to be pretty broken, but at least they've taken some steps to sort of scale that back, like the boss powers in particular. Okay, let's open up these rune caches. Oh, that's a lot of tributes too. Oh man, just having all these tributes. Black rune. Tribute of Radiance, Ancestral Legendaries. Yeah, that could be quite useful next season if I'm looking for like a solid like 2GA sort of weapon. Okay, here we go. I think this is like the really good chests, or the, I mean, really good set of chests. I was supposed to open it like in sequence, but I don't even get to hype that up anymore. Well, I mean, I guess there's not really much to hype, but the only person who's really looking into these right now is me, but still, it would have been nice to see what I got out of every individual bag. That's
My
always fun.
thanks, friend.
But I guess there's always next season for me to do that. And hopefully I don't get, like, I'm setting aside some time to actually grind it out, but yeah, I don't know
Return soon.
if either, like, next season, I don't know if I'll actually end up getting bored. Ancestral... That is a lot of runes. I also think that these runes... Yeah, this is a legendary. Yeah, some of these... Igni, too. Yeah, so some of these runes, right? The legendary runes, like, the bags from the March of the Goblins event, some of them actually... some of these runes... like, the bags, like the higher level bags, guaranteed a legendary rune. So that was actually really nice because I was going to use that along with these runes that I had farmed while running boss rotations with people off stream. I was gonna put it like here. I didn't realize I don't have any space for this. Actually don't have any space. And I'm still short from getting like Jaw rune. I kind of needed those runes for oh, more loot. Okay, wonderful. And then one more cache. I think that's the last of it. Okay. At the very least, my tributes section still isn't like full, so I don't need to worry about that. Everything else, I'm not going to look at. I'm just going to send it into the stash. Okay. I would like to unlock that little cosmetic. I mean, because why not? Okay. So I'm surprised that I have so few runes that I can craft with, because I'm still, when I last left off, I was looking for that item, Shroud of False Death, and I have opened, I believe this is every single, I think I've opened every cache, right? Yeah, I opened pretty much every available cache. And as far as tributes are concerned, I should toss these in too. Okay, so that's done. Blacksmith. This blacksmith. Mythic Unique Cache. Now, here's the other thing too. I'm never gonna be looking at these, so maybe I'm just gonna start salvaging them. And I can always get more some other day, but I'm never gonna use an Avarian. It's such a lame sort of weapon. You know, the funny thing about these Doombringers is I could have actually used it on a Thorn's Barb because it does give these Doombringers give like percentage life, but of course I think none of my Doombringers, yeah, none of my Doombringers even rolled max life. That's how sad these were. So yeah, I was meaning to show off my collection of mythics. But indeed I don't need any of these, so I'm just gonna salvage all of them. My collection of 10 useless uniques.
See some stone,
Essentially
eh?
useless uniques. Yeah, salvage these. There we go. Look at all those materials. 10 resplendent sparks. And then, yeah, just for fun, I've never actually opened up one of these, so I might as well see what I roll out of it. Ah, so that's what it looks like. Okay, take a look. Hey, okay, come on, give me not Harlequin Crest, Air of Perdition. Hey, it's an Air of Perdition. It's gave me movement speed. I would prefer Crit Strike Chance, but honestly, this is I'll take it, right? Lose out a bit of willpower, a bit of max life, and total armor and all that, but I also lose the effect from Spirit Bond, but I could have some fun with this. I had also taken the liberty of masterworking like crazy. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. Totally forgot. I had resistance to all elements here. But I could have actually subbed that out because I'm not really running the incense anyway. So I'm sitting on 1.6 mil, so I can keep wild impulses. Yeah, it actually caps out at 3.7 million. That's pretty funny. So I could do this over and over again. I pretty much have unlimited tries at this point to roll the one thing that I care about, which is plus ranks to Envenom or Call of the Wild. I'll stop eventually, but Wild Impulses. I give up out of boredom clarity. Nature's Reach, and it's +1 too. Well, not for nothing. It's giving me the. Hold on a second. Can't believe it. Eventually, like I was looking for even one of these Air of Perditions, and I finally find it out of one of those random mythic caches. Okay, I already spent like 1 billion on trying to re-roll for the one thing. I'll go down to 1.4 billion and I'll just leave it. Let's do Clarity. Which one's Clarity? I think it's when I'm in human form, right? Here, let me check this out real quick. It's had to be in human form. Clarity. Oh, yeah. No, this is useless. I mean, to me. Okay, never mind. I got it mixed up. Alright, keep trying. Crushing Earth. Why are they giving me all of the wrong modifiers? Defiance. Okay. Natural Disaster? What do I need that for? Envenom. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. So now, with Envenom, Venom is this one. So now I get additional 30% bonus critical strike damage against poisoned enemies. So yeah, that was one thing I was supposed to... Oh, yeah, I remember now. I was actually supposed to The whole reason I loaded up on so much Obdicite was because I was supposed to max out all my gear, since it's the last push.
Some solid bits here.
4? It doesn't even matter what I roll. Oh, was I supposed... Oh, I was supposed to re-roll. I totally forgot. I was supposed to re-roll off until I got max willpower, but at this point, like, who cares? Like, I'm just gonna take what I can get, because I'm pretty much like... Oh, maximum upgrade reached. Oh, this is 750 item power. Huh, I didn't even get the 800 item power one, because that one could have had like a GA on willpower. I could have gotten a lot of damage out of that. There was still so much potential for this build to max out. Okay, I'm not gonna be like, I farmed some Obdicite, but it's not gonna be enough to uh get everything out. Okay, sure. What is this? Resistance to all elements, whatever.
More there than I thought.
Uh yeah, I think I'm pretty much set. Oh, even my gloves were still only 750s, not even 800s. Yeah, there was a lot of room for improvement.
Some solid bits here.
Movement speed. Actually, that one I could probably sub out. But then again, I'm using grow anyway. So I straight up don't even think I know which. Like, does it matter which of these I'm amping up? Like, I can up it an additional 4 times. Movement speed, hooray. I gotta like put this on, get a lot of movement speed. I can feel that movement speed, but I don't know if that really helps me at all. I can give it a spin and see.
Stars around your neck.
Have some fun with that, because
What colour and
I
brilliance.
was meaning to try this build in its full form. Just never got around to it. Hey, Cam, good to see you. Sorry, I'm in the middle of trying to set everything up. Am I winning? I don't know. I'm just trying to finish the season journey, and trying to finish, like, take care of some unfinished business in terms of... I wanted to finish the season journey. I guess that's the #1 priority. I should really be doing that first. And then I wanted to try out, like, Shroud of False Death. I've never actually had a Shroud of False Death, so it would be nice to get my hands on that. And I think you might have missed it, but I had like 10 mythics, and none of them were Heir of Perdition or Shroud of False Death. And it was only after I went full gotcha gaming that it finally gave me this Heir of Perdition. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna head up here and start farming. It's like I'm about to jump into Rust for a bit. Got a base to build. Oh wow, I'm actually surprised that you're still awake at this hour. I was expecting like pretty much no one would be on, but thanks for swinging by. I'll be sorry I haven't been around for a while. By the way, I've been like really busy with well, real life stuff or IRL stuff. I mean, like, I think I was just talking about this. I am pretty disappointed. Like, I wasn't done for the season. Like, some people might think that, oh, I stopped playing because I got bored, but that's actually very far from the truth. There was so much that I still wanted to do, but I just didn't have the time to do it. I want to say story of my life, but yeah. I think these guys have the same idea I do right now. What do you mean I'm always up the tower? That's fair. I guess I'm just used to you having ended your stream by this point. You know, whereas real life will always come first. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I'm glad you understand, and yeah, but you know, I still can't help but feel like a little bad about it. You know, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to just like vanish and not say a word to people. But yeah, well, that's just how things turned out recently. I end up streaming about midnight, but I'm still up. Okay, nice, nice. Yeah, heading for like 662 million there. I'm just waiting. Oh, wow. 614. Okay. I don't remember what my highest damage number was, like, before I stopped playing for an extended period of time. I'm very curious about that. Okay. Well, Just instantly killed. I still have like 25 Baleful Hearts, so I think this is the time for me to use them. Yeah, here and now. And let me actually make sure. Want me to go scour the VODs? No, no, I appreciate it, man, but it's not worth it. Really, to tell you the truth, I just want to get this whole thing over with. Yeah, I feel like this season is just such a wash. Like, I wanted to grind to pit 100 at least. That was like my big overarching goal. And then next season, they're going to make it tougher. And we do get access to boss powers, but I feel like the beautiful thing about this season's witch powers is that the powers augmented the core build or whatever build you were using. It wasn't that your build was the boss power, right? But like, yeah, that's right. The season drops at 10 a.m. So I tried to make sure to get as much done as I could before tomorrow, because, you know, tomorrow's like the big day, right? So, yeah, so tomorrow's the big day, so I wanted to make sure that I have all my stuff in order. But yeah, unfortunately that means that I don't really get to mess around with my guy, my druid, as much as I would originally plan to, right? There we go. 847 million. I could probably hit a billion. I'm sure I reached a billion before. Like, there's no way I didn't, right? Okay, so just want to double check this. Defeat 250 monsters. Okay, 10 tortured gifts. All I care about are 10 tortured gifts. So let's go and hit these so that I don't like run the risk of dying and then losing all of my cinders and all. Yeah. Let me also. Oh yeah, this is already favorited, and I want to make sure that I don't actually accidentally salvage this or anything like that.
Bless you.
Here we are. So that makes two. Nope. Double GA ancestral boots. What have we here? Hey, it has willpower finally. I was looking for this all season. Finally showed up. 1 second. I'll read what you're saying. I just need to get back in it, and then too bad there's no one else running this right now. I guess I could just run it myself, but you said you'll assume that I'm gonna be playing current content this season when able. Oh yeah, absolutely. Plan to hop in as well once my AC is fixed. Ooh, since my PC heats up my room by like 10 degrees when I play Diablo. If you want to run anything together, feel free to give me a shout. Take it down, you know, I don't mind long response times. I appreciate that, man. I've missed you. Truly, I have. I missed how understanding you are too of you know how I operate. But yeah, sure. I'll absolutely, if there's something that comes to mind, then I'd absolutely love to run some stuff together. The one thing I will say though is, yeah, definitely like the first character for sure, which I mean you wouldn't be around for anyway, or like you're not gonna be able to play since you're waiting for your. Actually, when do you expect your AC will be fixed? Let me ask that first of all, because if it's like, you know, a week into the season, that might work out perfectly since, you know, usually like at the beginning of every season, I do this thing where I try to run all of the characters, all the character classes rather, through the game, 1 to 60 and then Torment 1 to 4. This season I was able to do it for every class because it was easier than past seasons, right? Like, whereas I think the Companion Druid in Season 6 took me like 20 plus hours. I mean, granted, like, I also there was a lot of stuff I was still learning about the changes they made in Vessel of Hatred, but um yeah, like obviously takes a bit more it took a lot less time this season is what I'm getting at. And oh shoot. Yeah, I'm glad I've been redeeming the cinders bit by bit because these guys hurt. Anyway, yeah, so this season with all of the changes they made everything so much easier, and also the witch powers also amp up difficulty by a lot. So with that in mind, I was able to pretty much get every build, a 1 to 60 and then Torment 1 to 4 in like a single day. Uh, yeah. starting with a companion druid who had to start at like Paragon level 1, but I mean, the companion druid is traditionally stronger, I think, than most of the builds that I play, and also I'm much more familiar with it because I've played it every season since the start of the game, so I know it in a manner of speaking, like the back of my hand, but all the other classes take a little bit more time to, I have to actually sit and kind of read and refresh myself on what the skills do. With Druid, I'm a lot more familiar with it, so. Sometime late this week or early next week, hopefully. Parser ordered, waiting for them to come. It's currently 70 degrees outside, 76 inside now. I see. Give me a second. Oh, wow. That's pretty warm. For me, it's not nearly that warm. It's still pretty cold in my region. It's like, yeah, summer, I guess you could say, hasn't really started yet. It's quite a ways out, I would say. So, yeah, that's still an ongoing thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna focus on trying to get to each of the chests that I can open easily. That way I don't tilt after by dying to some monster and losing all of my cinders. I'm sitting on a pretty good chunk here, so I'm gonna turn it in. Okay, you know what? Let's see how much damage I can actually do. 1.1 billion, finally. I don't recall seeing a billion damage before, so I think I actually did up my damage just by switching over to Air of Perdition. I mean, it had to have, right? It's like a 60% damage increase. Like, I lost out on some damage from, like, wolves and willpower, but, this should be... Yeah, this should overall be, like, a big upgrade, I would say. Yeah, I was, like, close to, like, a billion. Oh yeah, I still have some more here. Although I do remember some of the pain points of this build too. Sometimes the wolves don't listen to my commands. How frustrating. You will most likely have time to run all the builds you want before I can play. Maybe we can do a duo run. Oh, yeah, if you're able to play consistently, not one worries if not. Yeah, we'll have to see on that one. Yeah, so far, I know that I can play most of this week. I can't play, like, the entire week, unfortunately. But I can play like a good chunk of this week, so yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of that. But oh yeah, let me go back to. Gotta go back here real quick. Mm. Okay, I gotta go back here and turn in my whispers. But yeah, when you're able to play, yeah, maybe I can figure out a character to run, and then we can do something together. I don't know what I'd run. I don't know what you'd run, but yeah, it could be kind of fun. The other thing too is like I don't know what like at that point I don't know if you would prefer me to just rush you through the game because by that point I'd be like torment like 100 or sorry, Paragon like 150 plus, I'd imagine minimum. Since I'm getting all my characters from T1 to T4, right? So I don't know if you'd rather try to do like 1 to 60 together without getting boosted, or you want me to boost you and then we run like boss rotations together. And they changed the way boss rotations work. I'll talk more about that tomorrow, but apparently now, this season, they're making it so that you have to, like, anyone can run bosses together, but you can only open the chest that gives you rewards if you have, uh, you can only open the chest if you have the boss mats. So, yeah, they've made some changes to that. I don't know if that makes too big a difference for us, but they've basically made it so that it's not as abundant, like seeing like boatloads of boss mats. I don't know how much I agree with that change, though. We should both make new characters only plays together. I think it would be fun to level together. I would love that, actually. I mean, I really enjoy leveling, mostly. But, the one thing, though... Well, actually, yeah, that could be kind of fun. You and me duoing it up. If you have other people, I'd enjoy joining them, too. And then we could actually all go through, like, seasonal quest line together, and it'll be my like second time or sixth time, one of the two, or seventh actually. Sorry, six classes. I'm gonna go through the game with six different characters, and then I would have to make a seventh one to play together. Which I'm not saying that as a complaint. I'm just trying to hash out the logistics in my head of how this is all gonna work out. Okay, one other thing I wanted to do really quickly. I have 15,000 Restless Rot, so this is like I was saving all this until well now really. I want to actually upgrade all my powers to max. So let's start off with this. This one, this thing does more damage, but I also well, this is just more damage. Okay, let's get that one done. This is just apply vulnerable for an extended duration, so maxing that out's no big deal. Like I'm sitting on 15,000. I was waiting for when I streamed so that I could actually show myself boosting all these powers to max because, yeah, was supposed to be something exciting. So I saw myself hitting for 1.1 billion. So let's see if we can actually amp it up a little bit to 101% bonus summoning damage, and then I still have another 11,000. I can max out Soul Harvest next. Ah, it's a shame, really. I really did want to play around with all these boss powers and make my sorcerer, and it's too bad. Just see how far we get duo only. The rush of 0 to 16 and grinding through pin bosses. See how, you know, honestly, I can get behind that. You know what? I will make a I will have to make a second sorcerer with you. I mean, like, I can make whatever, right? But I'm like thinking about it. Yeah, it'd be fun to like do, I guess, ice shards. I would like because they've made a number of changes to ice shards. So I was gonna do ice shards for my 1 to 60 solo, and then when I play with you, I can probably figure out something else to do. 1 to 60 on. Like, there's plenty of options. I could try to do that janky like Mega Meteor build, or yeah, I'll think of something, of course. Okay. I just realized something too. I never did actually socket anything into my helm. Oh, yes, I remember now. I'm supposed to have that's 5 skills. Okay, well, I'm doing overworld farming, right? Hold on. Let me go to the let me make some adjustments here. There we go. I see the 1.1 billion there. I'm gonna try one more time in a second. You likely run Necro, it's where I'm most comfortable. Oh yeah, of course, naturally. Yeah, that would make sense. Good news for you. Necro is still projected to be very strong for next season. So you're gonna be eating well, it seems, when we play together. Yeah, I'll probably end up running Sorcerer. I'm just kind of scared that I'm just gonna get hard carried through the game, but you know, I do want to have some fun. Like, I enjoy Sorcerer. I think, well, I mean, I enjoy Druid, Companion Druid specifically the most, but Sorcerer also is can be like pretty fun. Okay, why am I just mindlessly walking around? Oh, I remember now. I'm like next to this chest, and I wanted to get it over with. That's why. Hey, there you go. 1.4 billion now. So now let's see if I can up the stakes a little bit on this. Hold on a second. I'm gonna equip this real quick. And let me just try and test my damage one more time on some of these guys. Yeah, I think I'm getting way more damage out of the Air of Perdition. That was like pretty big. Oh shoot. Let me step away from that. 60% bonus damage or multiplicative damage versus some willpower. The willpower is pretty negligible, I think, relative to other sources of like or in comparison to like plus wolves and all that. So okay, and I'm just gonna open up the hangars while I wait for the monsters to spawn. Ah, there we go. Ah, another example of what I'm talking about. Oh wait, wait. There we go, yeah. I could have... Oh, no, I did one-shot him. This is, like, not even the full power of this build. Um... I need to make a couple adjustments. Yeah, there were some adjustments I needed to make here. In particular, I'm using the wrong runes on it. That's why. Almost double the damage from what I'm seeing. Yeah, there's definitely a very sizable damage increase for sure. So that's true. Okay. Actually, let me try to see if I can amp things up even higher. There we go. Wait. Oh, this is still the same effect. It just lasts longer. Okay, never mind. I should have just started with that then. Yeah, this is like the only thing that really amps up my damage, at least based off of the description of the skills. So let me take a look at Season Journey. So I need to upgrade the other witchcraft powers to rank 20. That'll have me covered. Let me also take a look at one other thing here. Oh man, this is gonna take forever. I need to like wait for like 10 Hellborns. Exposed roots. Okay, so I'm gonna do tortured gifts. I'm gonna do, well, I'm almost there. Then I gotta defeat elite monsters, so I gotta do those two. And then I don't know, like open 25 exposed roots. I don't know how I'm gonna pull that one off. Like, actually, that might not be too bad. I just need to keep hitting all the whispers, like back to back to back. Here. Okay, nice, nice. So in that case, it's time for me to make another adjustment. So, Nagu Ohm. Okay, so summon a spirit. So I mean, I know that in the pit, that this gets bugged out, but I think that if I leave it in my chest armor, yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. It helps a lot. I also found out from somebody who did a companion druid guide. I happened to swing by one of their builds for the companion druid, and apparently my werewolves don't work with the chance for wolves to deal double damage. If that's true, then that's like the stupidest. Like, that's actually ridiculously stupid. But again, like, it's too late in the season for me to test that for myself. Yeah. I'm just here to like play and make sure that I finish what I started, but yeah. 300. Ah, here it is, Kurun. I guess I could just do a Kurun. It's either Kurun or Zanrun. Yeah, I'll just do a Kurun, I guess. Wait. No, 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 I'm doing this all wrong. It's supposed to be Tune. There we go. Because I was actually supposed to replace this helmet. With Omrun and Kur. There we are. Cast 5 skills, drink a healing potion, cast an ultimate skill. Yeah, I don't cast my ultimate that often. Okay, let's try and see if I can up the ante a little bit, shall we? Need to find like a big pack. I'm wondering where the there's supposed to be, I don't know where the boss is. There we go. I don't, yeah, there's all my wolves. I was wondering where they disappeared off to. There we are. Use more lucky hit chance. I think lucky hit chance would have been the most ideal actually for my helm. What's my, yeah, lucky hit chance on my wolves is like 80%. I wonder if there's a way to like get it all the way up to 100. That would be kind of insane, like 100% uptime. And then just combo that with that rune, which allows you to that rune where if you use a skill with a cooldown you get offering, because that one's a pretty crazy one. Yeah, these wolves just do so much damage by themselves, and my ult is on like almost 100% uptime. Good luck, my game is loaded, so I'm gonna go build. I'll be lurking. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, really appreciate the conversation again. You have a good one, and yeah, I guess I'll talk to you probably a little later before I end my stream, and then of course if I don't see you again for some reason by later, then I'll see you tomorrow. I guess it's, technically speaking, it's today, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna be grinding it out tomorrow. I'm super stoked for that. I'm gonna get right on it, like, a little after, I think, the season, or the new season is launched. So, yeah. They haven't rolled out the patch yet. I'm still waiting for that. I can't like preload it or anything. So, okay, that makes 6, I believe. No, 7? No, 6. Yeah, that's 6 of them, and there's 2 more. So, I'm getting kind of sick of this. Not really getting cinders as quickly as I wanted to. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna head back to the Blood Maiden. I'm kind of taking my sweet time with this. I could probably go quicker, but I don't like. I don't want to run the risk of dying and then tilting off the face of the earth. Like, yeah, I just want to take it nice and chill and slow and just, slow and steady wins the race kind of vibe. At least that's the way I see it. Jar of Souls. Sure. Let's see how much damage I can. I see 812 million, but it's not nearly as many as I was expecting. Yeah, my Poison Creeper is pretty much permanently up now. I'm gonna mark these all for salvage. So that's all good, fine and dandy. Right, I'm gonna take a moment to upgrade the rest of my powers while my wolves are clearing everything. And just max out to... Oh, ouch. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. I was worried that... Yeah, like, they can still kill me. Oh, I saw 1.8 billion there. Nice. Yeah, that's the kind of damage I'm looking for. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't just AFK here and rank up my powers. I have to actually pay attention, it looks like. Okay. I don't want to risk failing this, so let's just get this over with. Okay. There we are. I would rather not have them blow up on me. All the wolves are covering, so I could barely see the explosion. 144 obols, I don't need that. And hilariously enough, next season, that's another change they're gonna make. They're gonna make it so that... Wow. Yeah, they're gonna make it next season so that obols have a much higher chance of giving you a legendary, or ancestral legendaries, I guess. So, and uniques. So yeah, like I think that's going to be the way to really get equipment. I mean, Whispers, the thing is, luckily, they kept the ancestral caches, which I'm glad. I was wondering why they removed it. I mean, like, one could argue that, yeah, this is a season of Season 7 is the season for the Tree of Whispers, but at that point, I just assumed it was a feature of the game. Much like how they added a whole bunch of other Whispers and whatnot. Like, I don't know. I think that the right way to operate the game would be to actually add stuff. Like, they do all the seasonal stuff, but they could actually keep it. Like, the powers themselves, I can understand that every season they gotta rotate for a new set of powers. That part's fine. But things like Nightmare Vaults were actually super cool. I really enjoyed Nightmare Vaults. I wish they would kind of give a reason for people to run, let's say, Nightmare Vaults or Nightmare Dungeons or some of these other things, but aside from, well, I mean, there's Obdicite, I guess, now, but yeah, I feel like things could be a bit better. Oh, and of course, I didn't get off my full rotation. At least all my skills are back off cooldown. Yeah, I was gonna try to ult and then see the highest damage numbers, but she's not gonna live that long, it looks like. Oh, okay. So I gotta do 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I need to rank up 4 more. I can do that, like, immediately. I just, don't want to run the risk of dying to some... It's always these fallen lunatics, and, like, fire enchanted monsters that cause me a lot of trouble. Damage empowered by Lilith, right, because of Air of Perdition. Yeah, I don't even get to actually target these monsters. They're dying just the passive effect of my monsters right now. And speaking of which, right. If I use my ult, my wolves are doing double damage. Well, wolves and werewolves, whatever. Yeah, no, these wolves are nasty. They do actually so much damage just by hitting them. Actually quite impressive. Oh, almost. Yeah, just don't have enough leeway to instantly kill her. There we are. Ancestral staff, what do we have? Ooh, that's cool. But useless. If it were like day one, maybe. Of the season, I mean. Okay. So, like I had mentioned before, you know what? I made a mistake earlier. If I'm gonna run Hellborns, then I should be running them when the Blood Maiden is active. Doesn't make sense for me to do it any other time. It's the fastest way to go about it. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do amulets. Okay. Dolora. I can also use this opportunity to up all my powers because I have all the ones that I need maxed out on this guy, and that was number one priority. I wanted to only max out my powers after I max out the ones on my Druid, and I was waiting until I did my stream before I did something like that. Oh, there we go. How convenient. A vendor. Okay. Well, my potions are gonna wear off pretty soon, too. I also still have a fugitive head. I'm not gonna have enough fugitive heads to get the gems that I actually wanted, but you know what? Hold on. I should do this first while the potions are still active. I know that there's some chests up ahead, so let me hit those so that I'm at have a lower risk of dying while I have these potions up. Yeah, I just need to open two. That's it. Yeah, I think these people are all doing the same thing I'm doing because it's like the last day of the season, so we're all running the season journey uh remaining stuff together. And I'm guessing that, yeah, probably most of us spent our time in the headhunts. So now we're all here in the Hell Tides because we need it for the season journey. It's pretty funny. Leg guards. There we go. 500 million is like overkill by like a factor of like 10, it feels like. But anyway. Oh, that was completely unnecessary. There we go. So these potions are wearing off. I'm up to 8, and then I have 2 more. I'm gonna drink this one at least. Maybe I'll load up on a couple more potions after too. Oh, I can do the thing here. Yeah, okay, fine. Why not? I'll just use these. I don't usually do these. These are supposed to be for... Well, I mean, this is the perfect time for it. I only pop those in case of emergencies. Like, I usually like to have one in reserve in my inventory. Like, one of each elixir slash incense. But, of course, in this case, I need all the time I can get. I'll probably make it. I'm actually taking things pretty easy right now, but yeah, I don't relish the idea of having to redo all this, especially because the number of baleful hearts or baneful hearts I have is quite limited. Yeah, man, this is making me hyped for tomorrow. I'm excited to actually grind out again and get my builds up and going, but like next season is gonna have a number of changes to the difficulty. That's one reason I didn't bother to make a video on like how to level fast, because I don't want to like tell people, oh yeah, this is how you should level, when they changed even the way you're supposed to level as compared to how it was on the PTR. Oh yeah, I hit for like a billion, but there's like very few targets that are strong enough that I can actually test the full amount of damage I can do. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't really see any other Um, Hell Tides. Or any other, tortured gifts. Oh, heavy weaponry. We're just debating whether or not it's worth it to try to grab the... Oh, okay, Protection Shrine. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm all... Oh, there's an event here. Alright, well, let me do the event in that case. Let's finish this up. Wow. The Petrify cooldown is like so low. I mean, hitting up... Okay. I'm just trying to figure out, like, if I did have Irida's as, like, an Ancestral, I could have, like, masterworked this up to 12, and then all on, like, Willpower. That could have been a lot of damage. I think I could have gotten this build to at least 10 billion, because there's still so many, like, sources of extra damage that I was missing. Like, I'm using these random, gems, these occult gems, but in reality, like, there were other ones that were like, oh yeah, boost your, like, primary core stat, or, I don't remember the other ones. I think there was one that just gave, yeah, I don't remember them, but I know that there were some that were, like, really, really good. And then, of course, I still haven't gotten the, Shroud of False Death. Now that is going to be fun to mess around with. But of course, like I had mentioned, this is, first priority, of course. I gotta do this first. And after this, then I can worry about that. There we are.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Okay. Let's get... I think this is Tortured Gift number 9. I can kind of take a peek here real quick. I know that there's like an amulet, tortured gifts of amulets from the previous zone. I remember that one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one might be for rings, so I might head up there. Oh, season journey. Okay, so... Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that was a kind of a close call. It just spawned, like, on me there. Yeah, you guys don't last long enough for me to properly do my whole skill rotation. Yep. There we go. Just made them all explode. It's actually pretty satisfying seeing all my wolves clear stuff this quickly on this world tier, or on this difficulty level, because, you know, like, next season they're saying, oh yeah, we want to make it, like, tougher for people, but, yeah, I actually kind of like that, like, after putting in a considerable amount of time, like, yeah, like, the build isn't, like, fully kitted or 100% kitted out or anything like that. It's not like, oh yeah, you can clear, like, pit 110 or something crazy like that, but I did sink in, like, quite a number of hours on this build, so I do feel like it makes sense that I can clear Torment 4, but other people, I think it makes sense that I'm able to clear Torment 4 as easily as I am, and then the pit is, like, a stretch goal, but they should actually have some other thing aside from pit, for like scaling. Like they have like this whole boss rework going on, and they just amped up the difficulty. But it would be kind of cool if they gave it a similar treatment to the pit, where it's like not infinitely scaling, but it like gets progressively tougher and tougher. All right, 1.4 billion there, or well, I guess 1.3, but 1.34 billion. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Oh, did actually escape that one. Hey, there you go. There's the Forces of Hellgrove. Oh, shoot. There's too many there. I was trying to pop these. Okay, these are some of my last Baleful Hearts, and I have enough, I think, to open up the last chest, so it's kind of a waste of cinders, but I do want to make the most out of this threat meter, so I think this is worth it, in case this is the way I end up getting the kill monsters while at max threat. I can take a look at it even while I'm running this. Oh, 114. Yeah, no, this is... No, that was okay. If I had done the... Oh, yeah, there we go. 1.4 million, and I didn't even poison them. Yeah, if I had done the other max threat, then yeah, I could have maybe... I could actually be very close by now. Well, anyway, it's all good. This is actually going a lot more smoothly than I expected. I gotta be honest here. Oh. Nope. Right, I'd forgotten that we were doing this. Wow. That's, I think, Lightning Spear build. Anyway, I am pretty close to maxed out, so let me just turn in the last of my cinders here, and I think that's that. This is also heavy weaponry? I don't think it matters. Sure, I'll just open it. Okay. I think that covers it. I think that gives me what I was looking for. Let's see. Yeah, I really don't think it matters. Okay. Am I done here? So I opened up 129. Yeah, there you go. 10 torture gifts in a single Helltide and Torment 4. So that's done. Now, I'm gonna go back to town. My threat meter is pretty low, so I can afford to take a short break here and kind of look through my stuff. Alright. When I say my stuff, what I mean is... Witchcraft, yes. Let's up this. The fact that this is has been upgraded a bit means that somebody was in the middle of using this. Oh, this is like 450 to upgrade. That's kind of insane. Let me upgrade all the other ones first. Ooh, Force of Will. Yeah, let's get this up to max. There we are. I think I start off at 15,000 and I have like what 4, 5, 6. I have 8 powers going, or a specialization. Oh, these ones are like, I guess, more valuable than some of the other ones. That's why it costs so much. Okay, well, that's okay. Extends to all monsters? Sure. I mean, I don't even know what other... Deal guaranteed critical strikes to them for 5 seconds. Doesn't sound too bad, does it? Yeah, I'm actually gonna really miss this season. A lot of people were giving them a hard time about it, but I would say that it was pretty fun. Okay, augmentation. Grow. I've maxed this out. 1, 2. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8. I should be able to max out the rest, right? Someone deadly fire bats. I think this is, oh, it's per companion, so I don't care about that one. I'm trying to figure out where to burn the rest of my restless rot at this point. All the ones I wanted are already like maxed out aside from the one on the bottom left. I could take a chance on this one, just max it out. Sure. Ow. Okay, well, that's all of them. All 3 bonuses are active. You gain 25% lucky hit chance, and whoever was using, like, I was making like a chain lightning sorcerer, I think, or mega meteor, and I was using like attack speed. I never got to finish that build. I was like still in the middle of theory crafting it when things got busy. Inflict non-boss enemies with Aura of Misfortune. Okay, sure. Let's do this one. Why not? There we go. Done. Drink deep from the chalice, so I can claim the rewards here. Currently full. Oh, it's awkward. I like how they say that, but they're just gonna give me enough rewards to fill up my inventory again anyway. I'm so glad that I made so much space so that I don't have to look at this. Okay. Yeah, I can claim these rewards. And I pick favor. Don't know what that's for, but sure. Ooh. A lot of gold stuff. Or like bright little icons there. It's the Helltide ending. It's almost done. Oh wow, these are all ancestrals. Huh. Imagine if I'd actually used these when I was going through the season, rather than after the season is pretty much over. Alright, selling them all.
Follow the stars, friend.
And then... there we are. I think, done filling up this chest here because I was too lazy to sift through every individual item. So now I have a whole bunch of new slots. And so next up would be this chest 6. Okay, perfect. Still love the trash bin icon. Using that for the undesirable stuff that I get. Okay, yeah, defeat elite monsters while in here. I might do Hell's Fury after this one. Yeah, I think those might be the 2 that I attempt. Or maybe this one. I actually want to try this one because that one looks kind of fun, but I definitely... I feel like this would be the easiest. Kill elite monsters while in nightmare dungeons without dying. Here, let me do the Roots of Blaze one first. I've already finished... this one. I just want to triple check because I burned a lot of materials to open up the Blood Maiden and all that. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm gonna go to... oh, yeah, right. I just remembered something. I should also make sure that I use these. I actually have plenty of materials now, which is nice. Redamine Buzz? Yeah, Redamine Buzz.
Oh, an exquisite concoction.
I still have plenty of boss mats on this guy too. Never bothered to use all of them. Okay, so now if I want to keep playing, which I won't, but like I'll be done before I get to use 1 or 2 or 2 more elixirs or incense. Pretty sure. Should be. Be very surprised if I wasn't. Okay, so Let me just double check the requirements. Open 25 exposed routes within 15 minutes during headhunts. Okay, well, in that case, I would like to do this one first. It says in headhunts. It doesn't specify in one headhunt. So it's just telling me that I gotta go through all the whispers, essentially. I can do that. Oh yeah, and I gotta hit them all, like, back to back to back, so it's very careful about that. There's one. Gotta make sure I don't hit any of them. 2, 3. Yeah, I wonder if there's other people doing the same thing as I am in these areas. I might have some competition if that's the case. That's 5. That's 6. And there's wildlife up ahead, so I'm gonna do 7, and I'm gonna get started on the actual objectives here. $1,097. Oh. Gotta start using Petrify more often. Or Debilitating Roar before Petrify. Wait, is the tree invisible? I think the tree is invisible. I think that's a glitch. But, yeah, I should use Debilitating Roar first so that I can reset it on Petrify. Because it's easier for me to reset Petrify than it is Debilitating Roar. Since Petrify actually has a lower cooldown even though it's an ult, and I can of course use it has like that other modifier where the enemy is affected by Petrify reduces cooldown by 1 second, so both those things are really nice. Okay, I haven't done any whispers yet, right? Just trying to make sure that I time it right. Oh, did it again. That was the wrong order. Yeah, I mean, it feels like kind of a waste that I tried to do the, like, max threat one, but at least now I know roughly how long it would take if I were to use that as... Well, yeah, if I were to use that as my leveling method. Or as my last whisper or whatever. Oh, shoot. No, 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 I don't want to hit the... Oh. Hit the, Oh, no, this is for Lost Wisps. I don't care about that. I wonder if that counts as an exposed route. Trying to avoid hitting these. I gotta leave them all up. Okay. Okay. I'm also might as well. I was gonna like line them all up, but it's too much work. Let's just do this the old-fashioned way. There we are. I love this Ira does. 1, 2, 3, 4. So finishing this gave me 4. Oh, because I did multiple at once. That's why. Okay. Yeah, turn this all in, and then I'll try again.
It is done.
Just gonna push this one along. Seek. Okay, so that makes 8. Not bad. I can, I think, hit all of these. That's 2. Do they disappear after a time? That makes 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What other ones haven't die? Oh, Cleansing Fire? Well, it's not a... It's not actually a Whisper, though. So I've done 10 so far. So the timer is basically started. Just make sure that I'm understanding this right. What? It says open 25 exposed routes, but... And I've done 9 apparently, but that was from last time. I don't... Oh yeah, I should probably kill that Headless Husk, because that's also supposed to give me some roots. There's another one. That should be 10, right? Yes, okay, so... It is actually counting. Oh, this is for... Oh, no wonder. I miscounted because that one is for the, There we are. 1.6 billion. That's more like it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because I counted the one for the wisps. The opening the one like the exposed roots for wisp does not count. Let's see. Spell Shrouding Charms and Guide Wildlife to Safety. So I just gotta do these two in quick succession, and I'm basically done. Yeah, this one is actually pretty easy. I think it should be pretty easy. Like, if I were to like line them all up, it would be easier, I think. But I'm just lazy to like plan it all out, so I'm just going at it here. Mm-hmm. Thanks for answering on my behalf, by the way, Cam Cam. Emily, you still around?
It is done.
Yeah. On a second here. That's fine. Yeah, too bad I didn't get to reply, but I mean, I think this is like, yeah, really trying to just get this done and over with. This one's like on a timer too. That's the annoying thing. Well, quotes annoying. It's actually kind of fun. This particular, activity. I think they left, but no problem. Yeah, it's all good. Whatever. I'm just chilling. Not trying to like if it's like start of the season, then I think I'd care a lot more. Like tomorrow, yeah, because like there's gonna be a lot of people like asking questions about the game itself tomorrow and all that. Then I think it matters a lot more. But it's all good. Okay, so that puts us up to 17 out of the 25 necessary. And how? It says within 15 minutes. I got in this headhunt like 10 minutes ago, and I didn't like. I had actually, I spent more time, like, some extra time prepping everything together. Like, I didn't get started on, oh, explode. Doesn't really matter if I die, though. It's not like I'll get penalized for it. It's not like, with Hell Tides. Okay, 18, 19. Why am I wasting my time with these? I can go somewhere else. Yeah, that was what I had planned from the beginning. Oh, yeah. Let me just rope them all together. Something like that. I think I saw 2.6 billion, but I might have been seeing things. Yeah, but I'll probably be here to help you keep up with it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't have my second screen up right now. That's mainly why. Indeed, you're right. I can be a bit slow sometimes at responding to some things, but yeah, I'm not like 10 minutes late most of the time, even if you might not agree with that. But in this case, like, I was genuinely expecting no one. Why not? Because I couldn't be arsed to do so. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a nice chill stream where I just finish the remaining season journey stuff and I call it an evening, you know. And then I was gonna like hop off and that was that. I figured that it would just be myself. I was just recording it for the heck of it, but yeah, I mean, I didn't expect you would. If you need to see chat, just the little stream manager on your phone in front of you. Well, that's the thing though. Like I was, you know, I didn't really expect to be talking to anyone today, which might sound a little strange because like you know like then at that point why stream, right? But yeah, I was also. I mean, I figured it'd be nice to have the stream up just for the lulz, and also I figured it'd be nice in case I ever need to go back and track progress. Those two reasons. But like, I'm always in your streams. I know, but again, like I said, I thought you were like asleep by this point. Like, yeah, I know that you usually show up around like 1 a.m., but again, I thought that, yeah, usually you end your stream around like 10 o'clock sometimes. Maybe even a little earlier if, you know, games aren't going so well or whatnot. So, again, genuinely, you were the first person I think of nowadays when I think of people who might show up to the stream, but I didn't expect you to be here, even though you were the first person that I thought of course. Yeah, but okay. And I do have to say, I do appreciate that you hang out like every stream. That does mean quite a bit to me. Wish I could be a whoa, those explosions. I wish I could be around more. Yeah, and I'd like to be in the weeks to come because I'll actually be around, so I can lurk and I can throw you a lurk while I just do my usual gameplay. So that should be totally fine. Be nice. Okay, I think this is like I'm almost there. I just need to hit these roots that I had up here. 1, 2, and then that brings me up to 23, and then I just need another couple more. Hey, Seeker. I think this should do it. Yeah, it'd be pretty sad if, yeah, the 15 minutes kind of ends or whatever. I think the reason why I was so reluctant to do this is because I thought it was 25 expo. Like, I thought that it's one whisper per. Like, need to, like. I thought that one whisper gives you one exposed roots, but that's not the case. They give you, like, clearing one whisper gives you, like, a bunch of these exposed roots. Okay, there we go. Done. Finished. Yeah, because if it was indeed like, oh, you gotta do it in 15 minutes, you gotta do, sorry, you gotta do like 25 whispers in 15 minutes, I would have had to like really line them all up together. I would have needed to go to different like headhunts, and then I would have needed to leave the monsters at like 1 away from, or the whispers like 1 away from completion so that I could easily finish it and all that. I didn't even see the damage numbers, he just blew up so fast, but there we are. I think, finished there. Done. 3. There's 3 more, but I just need to do one of these. Oh, that's fair, but when I used to stream with one, I just blew up. I stream on my phone so I could see chat. I have it sat on my keyboard, but the F keys rested against my desk. Yeah, well, that's fair. Yeah, it was just because I didn't think it was necessary. I still am sort of like... I mean, you're here, so that's sort of nice, but I'm like, you're also chilling, doing your own thing too, so I'm not like, I don't think, I'm not personally in like a huge rush or anything. I don't know what these ceremony shrines were supposed to be, so I'm gonna do one of the other two. Defeat 250 monsters before the Hellborn's arrival. Okay, let me try the Nightmare Dungeons one. I gotta kill 50 of them without dying. Well, let's see just how many, at least I come across from even one Nightmare Dungeon. The Helltide one would be a pretty easy one for me to do, I think. It would just take me a bit of time, but I'm just trying to figure out
Follow the stars.
which takes more time. That or one of these. Okay, let's find out. Rozak's Descent. But what if I suddenly desire more attention of you or become less understanding? It won't happen, but like, what if? Okay. I I mean, then good luck. That's that's the honest take here. And it is what it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, 50 elite monsters without dying. Is giving you a hard time. I see. Well, I mean, it could happen, but at that point, it's like, it's not meant to be, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to chill, do my own thing, and yeah, if I'm like really, really trying to like get every single person to be happy, then yeah, I could do that. I could, try to I could have my second monitor up and do all the like set it up so that I'm actually actively responding to people, but really like right now the one thing that I care about is finishing this so I can just pass out right after. I'm like so tired right now. It's already like pretty late, it's like 2 a.m. Like for you this is normal hours, I guess, but for me I'm like, yeah, I didn't definitely wasn't expecting or rather I'm not normally up at this hour. 9 out of 50. Okay, yeah, I made the right call. No, I can do this one. This one's fast. I thought it was going to be slower than this, but it's fast. And I'll still be keeping an eye on things. Yeah, I really appreciate that, man. Also, worth pointing out, that other dude that came in, I think that one was, like, one of those advertisers. The ones that are like, oh, hello, yeah, you have a great channel, and it would be nice if, like, oh, would you like some artwork for your channel? It would be nice to see, like, all these upgrades and yada yada yada. So, yeah, that's another reason why I'm lazy to bother responding sometimes. I'm like, do I really want to respond to a bot? Yeah, that was a bot. I can't make a few days ago. Okay, cool. Hunch was right. I'm getting better at this, trying to determine which one's which, but I don't know. I would rather there just not be these bots at all, but they're quite prevalent, I must say. Okay, 12. Yeah, I guess I can do one or two of these and that would be enough. Be sufficient. Just gotta make sure they don't die. That's the other catch. But I feel like, generally speaking, most monsters are not gonna be dangerous enough to kill me. It's really just the monsters in Hell Tides that are a problem. Because they can explode. They do a lot of damage. Ooh. Okay. Dead. Yeah, these ones still hurt, but it's not like I just lose all my health, like, immediately. I usually have plenty of time to react. 17. Oh. Being very sloppy with this, there were more up ahead, but... Okay, maybe I'll just do 3 of these, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, I definitely missed something. Oh, almost died there. Yeah, because I didn't clear this, and I didn't clear this, so I definitely left some monsters behind. But the good news is this run only took like less than 5 minutes. Should have timed it, but yeah, I couldn't even get my whole rotation off, and he was already dead. Does that count as 19? Yeah, that counts as 19. So I just need to do like 2 more, and then I'm done for the night. Yeah, wonderful. Blood blisters. I don't mind this one. Back to lurking for me. Have fun. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'll be done in like probably 5-10 minutes tops. So, yeah. Guess I'll be talking to you very soon. I'll just actually wait. No. There's one more thing I have to do after, which is to kind of see if I can get that Shroud of False Death. That's what it was. You get that Shroud of False Death, and well, yeah. Whoa, lag. That's the other thing that can kill me, I guess. I wonder if there's still those crashing issues, because I remember there were a bunch of those at the beginning of the season, but I don't know about now. Oh, yeah, I saw 1.5 billion. on that. I don't even think I activated my wolves either. Oh, that was weird. Stone switch. I don't know what that's for. 22 of them. Alright. And I'll be a little more meticulous this time around. Make sure that I hit everything. Does that count as an elite? No, it doesn't. Stone switch. That's 2 of them. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I empty this whole area out this time. That should have been 2. 24. Yeah, I want this pet raven. Didn't think I'd be able to finish all of it, but here we are. $26 out of 50. Ooh. Is this the, Yeah, this is a little dangerous. The remnants. I think this is a whole another area. Yeah, I gotta head back and go clear the rest. Okay, 29 out of 50. That's not bad. Alright. So, again, it's either this or one more that'll be... Just need to do one, maybe... Like this one and one other Nightmare Dungeon. Assuming I don't die. That's the big catch here. There we are. Here's the last stone switch. There we are. I'll let my pet go in and grab all that obdicite. Very handy. Because otherwise I could run the risk of dying while actually picking up these materials. 31. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely quicker than the alternative, which would have been to go and clear a whole bunch of Hellborn. Yeah, I mean, that was really just a byproduct of having to open up, like, 10 chests, so I guess I shouldn't feel too bad about it. There we are. 1.3 billion on that one. Ooh. Murmuring Obols. Yeah, what are some of the other ones that's missing here? FE5 lair bosses. Yeah, all the other ones were pretty easy. This is also, like, I don't know why I had this one, but I didn't do the Tortured Gifts one. That's very strange. But, P666 monsters without dying, well, that's easy enough. Even clearing, like, 50 elites is tougher than that. 666 is like nothing. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna reset everything. Oh! There was like another path. I think it's fine if there's something there that I missed, then that's okay. I'll just open another Nightmare Dungeon to compensate. It'll be pretty quick anyway. 38. Cool. Yeah, let me just not get involved in that. I'm surprised that even when these monsters are like under the effects of Suppressor, they don't seem to be immune to my Petrify pulling them in with the Ira does. Interesting how that works. Oh, I think this is the boss room, but I still have a little bit left. I have to loop around and all that. Let me just stay away from all that. Yeah, that's cool. Ow. Really trying to avoid some accidents and mishaps. I don't want to have to redo all this. I guess the maxing out threat is still safer than this, because here if I die, then I have to start over from, like, 0. Okay. 43. And then... yeah, part of me sort of regrets not going down this way, but I don't even think there's really that much more on that side. Okay, I think that's the end of it. So, I'm gonna go clear the boss, and then I'm gonna do my final Nightmare Dungeon after, assuming that I don't die in the process. And I'm also gonna level. Nice. Okay. And let's just do these ones. These ones are pretty safe overall. Elemental totems, I think, be best. Okay. This is the last one, and then I get to actually unlock the bird. Nice. I actually didn't expect I'd be able to pull it off. I thought that it would take a lot longer, or that I didn't have enough, like that I hadn't budgeted enough time to run these, like to get the bird, but yeah, lucky me. Looks like I still can get the bird. 2.7 million, not billion. Ooh, yeah. So a lot of materials on that. Okay, 4 more. Make sure I don't mess this up. You know what they say, accidents tend to happen closest to, or it's when you're closest to home that accidents happen the most often. So there you go. Destroyer objective completed, Waking Horrors, and that I think pretty much covers it. I'm at the end of my journey. I've gotten Destroyer, and I'm off to Karagar to redeem my rewards here. Nice. Destroyer complete. Okay. Dorian pet supports all classes, ready to claim. The Raven Familiar. Nice. Destroyer's cache, crafting cache, summoning cache, and mystery greater archetype. At least I'll be able to have some fun with these caches. Okay, hold on a second. Let me organize these really quickly. And this is Temerity. Okay. Collection of Two-Headed, a collection of Chaos, and ancestral collection of rings. Yeah, I get like no XP out of these, but whatever. Wow, it's like still so much random garbage lying around.
Shine on, my friend. Fine indeed.
Contains a resplendent spark and consumables such as elixirs. I'll save that one the best for last. So, Destroyer's summoning cache. Okay, just some boss materials. I'm like overloaded on those now. Crafting cache. Oh, hooray. You know what? I just figured it out. It's because I opened all these caches that finally, like that's, previously I was struggling to make elixirs and incense, but now I have enough elixirs and incense. And that's because of, wait, did I just, oh, okay, this cache. Uh, that's because I got all these cache rewards. Treasure Trove of Ancestral, Unique, and Legendary. Alright, here we are. Two-handed axe. Pretty useless. Hey, 2 GA boots. This is pretty useless too. Dolmen Stone. Alright, well. And then finally, Destroyer's Cache. That was a nice sound. So we got that Resplendent Spark. Now comes good stuff. Well, Greater Collection of Chaos is pretty useless actually, but okay, this was way too much stuff that they were giving us this season from these caches. And also, at this point in the game, I should not even be seeing any yellow or blue or like
There's power.
common items. But again, that's something that they hopefully will figure out day. Well, actually, what am I still doing here? I'm basically done, right? There is one last thing, which was I wanted to see how much damage I could do with all of the remaining adjustments that needed to be made. So just give me a second here. We're pretty maxed out. Yule rune. Okay. I wonder when my elixir and incense wore off. Maybe that's why I was struggling so much in that nightmare dungeon. I didn't even realize I had all this random loot. But that's fine. I have a very simple solution for these. I sell them, and then the rest of these can go right into here. Oh, Call of the Wild. Nice. The very thing I was looking for, but it's, of course, on a useless amulet. Alright. Whew, that was exciting. So I basically finished everything I needed to. There is one other thing I was sort of curious about, though. Oh yeah, I need to go check out the Coven and see if... I want to see if I've already redeemed all the Coven rewards. And then after that... No. Oh, well, no, I didn't. I hadn't made it all the way to the end yet. I have a few that I could open, but I don't think I care. One Resplendent Spark. Could have gotten a Resplendent Spark out of that, but I have so many already from all of the boss runs that I had already done. I think next season they're going to be even more valuable, these Resplendent Sparks, which they should be to begin with. So, that'll be fun, I hope. Yeah, no way. I don't even think I... Alright, I think that's good enough.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay, the very last thing I wanted to do this season, once I sift through the rest of this stuff, again, I'll at least be happy that all this will be going away, at least I hope it will be. As much as I love seeing Loot Pinata, I think this was a little bit overkill. But the good news was that you get to build whatever silly build you wanted for the season without having to wait too long for the items for it. Reduction from vulnerable enemies, so this would be my last Paragon point, I think, that I would get for this season. If I play even just like a little bit more. But there were other nodes too I could grab, like this one, which would have given me plus like max life. This one would have given me lucky hit chance and vulnerable damage, etc, etc. So that's all done out of the way. I still have like occult gems too. That was another thing, but again, like the awakened occult. Yeah, for each of your auras or hexes, they take increased damage. 8% primary core stat. Yeah, I would have loved to make this, but yeah, that just wasn't gonna be happening, I guess, this season because I didn't have enough time. Yeah. Summons deal increased damage, direct damage to hexed enemies. I have that already, right? Yeah, I do have that one at least. And I have Hex here, which also gives me Fortify. Nice. Okay, enough stalling. It was the Jeweler. Yes, I remember now. Okay, so as fate would have it, I only have... oh, I don't have enough space. That's the problem. That is quite a few of them. And then this belongs over here. Okay. So with this jeweler, Wait. Oh yeah, right. There's 2 jewelers.
Finest jewels in sight.
I needed to craft Mythic Unique. Here it is. Shroud of False Death. This is the one I've been looking for. I'm looking for
The way
6
this really
back
is
runes. I've never actually crafted one of these, and I was meaning to for the longest time. I'm actually a little curious about something else, though. So, if I were to attempt... Like, this is just me stalling at this point, but... okay, another 5-10 minutes, I'm hoping. I just want to quickly go in here. And I don't recall ever doing pit 95. I can't help but feel like it's pit 95 because I was running pit with others. Probably some earthquake barbarian build or something. So let's see if I even stand a chance, if I even do damage to these guys with this. Oh yeah, I actually do damage, alright. Yeah, only question is if I do enough. Uh. Like if I'm clearing this fast enough that I could have made it. Oh shoot. There you go, yeah. There's all the wolves doing their thing. I'm seeing the 1.8 million. I'm almost at 2, but yeah. I could have actually cleared pit 90. I feel like this is enough evidence to show that I can do pit 90. Like I'm very clearly like able to kill these. So I'll probably back out in a second. These wolves are also resetting themselves as it is. Oh, I do have a survivability issue though, I think. I'm not rotating my skills well enough. So, yeah, I don't know how the boss fight would have gone though. Well, yeah, I don't. In the interest of saving time, let's just assume that I could clear the boss with this level of damage. Like I have like some leeway. I would have had like 5 minutes to clear the boss, and fighting bosses is like where this build shines the strongest. But what that means is I don't think I could have taken on pit 95 at my current level of power because of how long it's taking here. Like I need to basically be speed blitzing pit 90 in order to be running pit 95 comfortably. So that leaves me with one last thing, which is the Shroud of False Death, right? So I think it was, I'm just gonna double check that again. It was back rune. Back rune. 6 back runes. So there it is. I have only 2 back runes. Oh, that is actually quite sad. Well then, in that case, I don't think I will be able to test the like I wanted to get enough back runes that I could make my Shroud of False Death. That was what I was hoping for, but in that case, I don't think I'll be able to. Either way, what would have needed to happen to reach pit 100? Like I could have made it to pit 100. I'm almost certain of that. Maybe well, I already have like I'm already like Paragon 252. That's already I've already unlocked like the vast majority of stuff that I would ever need. I had max armor. I had almost max resistances, right? So that's okay. So what's my crit strike chance? Yeah, this crit strike chance, all this is kind of pointless because at the end of the day, only grow matters because it gives me a guaranteed crit on my wolves. So, what would have needed to happen? Like, I'm officially done for this season. I'm not going to play anymore now. But what would have needed to happen is this Air of Perdition. I think ideally the masterwork and GA roll would have been on lucky hit chance instead of movement speed. Just because that would have made it easier to reset my wolves. Obviously, I was just talking about this Shroud of False Death would have been a pretty massive boost across the board. I don't know how massive. That's what I really would have wanted to know. But either way, yeah, if I had Shroud of False Death, then that would have really amped up my damage even further because it gives 1 to all passives, and then, well, it gives like plus insane amount to all stats and all that. So I think that would have also been a pretty solid thing to have. Yeah, it would have given me like +1 to Envenom, +1 to Call of the Wild, +1 to Nature's Reach, and pretty much every passive, so I probably would have gotten a substantial amount of damage out of that. And then, as we can see here, there's 2 pieces of equipment, my gloves and my ring here, that I wasn't, for the life of me, able to roll into an ancestral legendary. Like, I probably could have with Ira does if I did enough. I think it's Varshan that drops this. So if I did enough Varshan, I would have eventually gotten one that had GA willpower, unless I was like super unlucky. And then of course the gloves, yeah, I just never did find like a proper set of surely here we go. I actually did have some here. Did any of them have willpower as the roll though? Oh yeah, here we go, this one. I mean, this is actually better than the one that I'm currently wearing because I could have just rolled off cold resistance, and I don't really need Crit Strike Chance because I'm relying on Grow to carry me anyway for resistances. So yeah, that's basically it. That's how the build would operate. Long story short, I've already maxed out all my powers, and then of course my Ira does here. I didn't have my legendary occult gem, the one that would have given me plus the primary core stat. I think I had like some useless ones. Oh yeah, and then of course on my Paragon board, which I think I had optimized it enough. Let me just double check that. Yeah, it was pretty optimized, I think, for the most part. I'm sure somebody could do a slightly better board, but like this is fine, like whatever. But anyway, yeah, my glyphs were only like level 82 at the most, so I still had quite a bit of room for growth. So I think that with all those adjustments, I could have made to at least pit 100, possibly even like 105, at most 110. But yeah, I think that 100 was very reachable. Like if I put on Shred of False Death, I think that could have got me to 95, and then some additional adjustments to my equipment to 100. Oh yeah, and then I didn't even masterwork everything up to master like 12 ranks either, so that's another option. So, and then getting my glyphs up, yeah. So pit 105. In terms of the damage numbers, the highest I was able to really get up to was like pretty much, let's just say 2 billion for simplicity's sake. With further adjustments, I said 10 billion, but I think that I could see it hitting 5 billion comfortably. With like replacing Iridas and the occult gem and the glyphs and all that at like top end. But I don't know if it could have made it all the way up to 10 billion. I think that would be a bit much actually. So okay, I think that's the end for me. End of the season. Really happy with how things turned out. So I had a lot of fun. I would say that overall, and yeah, I want to go as far as saying this was the most fun uh season. I mean, there were definitely things about it that were that had its drawbacks, but I really did like the concept. Like, I'm not really big on like witchcraft and that whole theme, but I do enjoy how the witch powers operated. They worked in tandem with your skills rather than replacing them, and they gave you some access to effects that you wouldn't normally have. Like, gave you fortify, gave you like vulnerable, etc. And Perenado was another really fun one. You can like pull all of the monsters in the area over to one spot, so you don't need to like rely on like Spiritborn Vortex when you're not, like from a rune when you're not playing Spiritborn. But yeah, that's the end of it. I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm gonna go get some rest because the new season is starting very soon, probably in about like a little under 8 hours. So yeah, just enough time to go get some rest, and then that'll be that. So, oh, you're still here. Yes. Cam Cam said, "Have a good one." Yeah, you too. You take care. Okay. I'll talk to you very soon, probably as early as tomorrow, of course. Um, Yeah, just trying to see if there was anything else. Yeah, just the last thing I wanted to say was directed to you, Cam Cam. Like next season, in case you're not aware, it's basically a whole bunch of boss powers and all that. I think I talked to you about that already. In the PTR, they were busted strong, but they've been like nerfed pretty hard. So I mean, they've been nerfed, but I don't know if they were nerfed like into the ground. So we'll have to see. And same thing with the whole leveling thing too. It took me a very long time to level all the way up to 60, but they're apparently scaling that, or in the PTR, but they're scaling that back down. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know if it's gonna be as fun as this season though. I don't have as high hopes for next season as I do this one, but at least they did take some of the feedback from the PTR and hopefully made it better than what it was in the PTR because yeah, I was not having it with the changes they were pitching in the PTR. But anyway, yeah. All right, we'll see. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm gonna try to grind out to Torment 4. So yeah, looking forward to that. All right. Yeah, that brings us to the end of tonight's stream. I finished the season journey on the companion Druid. I didn't finish every single objective, but as you can see, this is done and over with. And I am the proud owner of a brand new pet, the Raven Dorian. I'm pretty much always just gonna use this. For bragging rights and because I think flying pets are cooler. And I also heard, as maybe it's just a rumor, but that these things can just fly over obstacles and grab gold. At least that was how it was in like season 3 as well. But anyway, okay, yeah, like I said, end of season 8. Finished the season journey. Got to get at least one of 2 mythic uniques, that being the Heir of Perdition. Didn't get to try Shadow False Death, but who knows? Maybe I'll get a chance to give that a spin next season if I have enough time. All right. So I'll see you all next time. And yeah, I'll be back very soon, that being tomorrow, with Diablo 4 Season 8. So until then, uh, yeah, appreciate you hanging out once again, Cam Cam, and anyone who might be watching this. Thanks everyone for watching, and venture out.